Hello, boys and girls. My name's Tom, and this is the Safehouse Podcast. I'm joined as per by my good friend and co-host James Pickard.
Hello.
How do? How's tricks?
All right.
Good. Mustn't grumble. Bloody New York Comic Con has been on. There's lots of shit coming out of it. Lots of things happening at NYCC. They showed off the first episode of the X-Files new series.
Which we talked about.
Which we did talk about last week on our podcast with comedian Alex Watts. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. It's really good. And yeah, they've shown the first episode. Apparently it's really good.
Wow.
Everyone's going, yeah, they've nailed it.
Oh, nice.
Apparently the composition of the series is going to be sort of half and half with standalone episodes, like you know, that they used to do.
Yeah.
And then like some overarching story which will feed throughout and build on the lore of the X-Files. So
right.
That's cool.
What, 6 episodes?
Yeah, I think it was a 6 or 8 episode miniseries. So apparently that's really good. They showed off the first episode of Marvel's Jessica Jones.
That I'm interested in.
Which is apparently fucking brilliant.
Oh, nice.
So it's apparently super dark as well. Like you know, Daredevil was dark. This is really dark. Because the idea is that Jessica Jones was a superhero out and about using her super strength to beat up people. Mm-hmm. And then she got kind of sick of it and quit being a superhero and ended up being this alcoholic mess who runs like a private detective agency to deal with superhero related things. So
yeah, because they've released a couple of teaser vids, and one of them is her alarm going off at like 5 in the afternoon, and then instead of just turning it off, she smashes it to pieces. And there's one also of her in a bar, and I don't think you see her face in it, but there's like just a trail of bodies along the floor of the bar. Yeah. She walks up, takes a shot, and just strolls out.
Yep. So cool.
Yeah, that should be pretty good.
And they've and they did a little trailer recently introducing the Purple Man, which is David Tennant, who in the comics was a guy who was able to mind control people through reasons. And and so he's done a little trailer where he like does a voiceover in it. He's doing his little Doctor Who voice. He's not doing his Scottish accent. He's being or I don't know if he's ever done an American. I know he was in the American thing of Broadchurch, so I assume he did an American accent in that. They did an American version of Broadchurch. I didn't watch it either. No. But yeah, no, he's doing his little cheeky estuary accent, so that'd be good. Which I'm excited for that. So good. They also showed off the first episode of Ash vs Evil Dead, which is also apparently really good. It's just really silly, blood-soaked nonsense, and I'm like, well, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
They're also saying that Bruce Campbell might be joining the cast of Mallrats 2, which I would be all for, because Mallrats 2 is going to be amazing, and Bruce Campbell is amazing. So
there you go.
Add it all up.
Right there.
That's it. It's all good. But yeah, they've shown off a couple of toys and things. We're getting a new range of Star Wars toys because
Disney need more money.
They need more money. Disney never have enough money. Think of poor Disney. We should set them up a Kickstarter or something. Kickstarter to fund Disney.
So much money.
Yeah.
The film, Battlefront, everything, all the hype has come into one massive hype for Star Wars now.
There's so much Star Wars hype.
So people are going to be buying the shit out of everything Star Wars related.
Oh my god, infinite Star Wars hype. I mean, I'm one of them. I went out and bought like Star Wars pop vinyls on the day they were released, the Force Awakens ones. I've spent a lot of money on Star Wars shit over the years. My replica Vader lightsaber. I very nearly bought one of those like custom Saber Forge lightsabers, which are like £100-something a pop, for like a basic one. And I had to sort of stop myself. I was like, I don't really need this, do I? I would
impose a limit on myself.
Yeah, I would just put it on a shelf and look at it. So, yeah. But still, there's been some interesting stuff coming out of there, which is always nice.
Yes.
You were telling me that BBC Three is getting on the esports hype.
Esports, yes,
it's
because
in the
BBC
game.
Three, it's the place for the cool kids to hang out.
It could, yes. Isn't that the one they're thinking of cancelling?
Which they're planning to act.
Yeah.
But they're also planning to act BBC 4 at the same time. It's like to balance it out.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, BBC 3, while it's still being alive and broadcasting, they're going to stream the League of Legends World Championship.
It's exciting.
Because it does a little tour, like basically before the finale in California or wherever it is in America. So they're touring Europe for the European part of it, and they're doing a couple of days in Wembley.
Oh, cool.
And so while it's there, the BBC are going to stream some of the Europeans' best League of Legends players.
Excellent.
Playing League of Legends.
I must admit,
on the television.
I've never watched like that level of competitive MOBA play. What, like, how does it differ to normal MOBA play?
They're just really good at it.
Is there someone on the team telling someone else not to overextend?
Yeah. You can't hear the teams.
Oh, what's the point then?
The teams kind of get shoved into. Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was this or StarCraft. But the teams get shoved into a booth because they're in front of a live audience and they've got commentators talking, and if they can overhear the commentators, it's going to just ruin the whole
exactly, because
thing.
they were like,
there's a player in your enemy jungle. Oh, well, they can go gank him.
Yeah.
So they're in like soundproof booth with headsets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would tap into the voice comms so you could hear what they're saying.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool. Because I'd like to hear if they talk to each other like Mark talks to me when we're playing.
Fucking noob.
Get in lane. Stop overextending. I will overextend as much as I bloody well please.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're in Wembley, so they're going to stream it.
BBC is in embracing esports.
I don't know how it's going to work though, because I don't know if they're going to have their own presenters.
Or they'll use
on top of it, or just use the
guys.
In-house people who have been pretty good. And also, I mean, people enjoy watching it. They get gazillion views on Twitch or whatever whenever there's a tournament being streamed. I don't know how well it's going to do on telly, because MOBAs, as I was saying last week, are difficult to follow if you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Because to anyone, it looks like 5 things running at each other with particle effects happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does seem a bit like the people who would watch it would have watched it on their PC anyway.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm all for... It's awesome it's coming to TV. That's really exciting. But at the same time, I don't really know if that's where it needs to go. Some of the big names in esports are saying, being on TV is good for that idea of legitimacy and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're getting more viewers on Twitch anyway. So why do they need to expand?
Bother?
It seems like extra effort.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
It is cool. Because we were watching, there was a guy playing League when we went to the Rock Band 4 launch event.
Yes.
To the day, and there was a fella next to us while we were playing Heroes of the Storm, and we travelled all the way to Colchester to play Heroes of the Storm. I mean, we played Rock Band as well.
Yeah.
But there was a guy next to us playing League, which I looked at and I was like, it's not Heroes though, is it? So I don't understand it. I only ever played Dota other than that, and I didn't like Dota.
League is where I started. So yeah, it's just same sort of thing,
it's
really.
Same principle.
It's a single map. Well, there's different game modes, but the big 5 vs 5 is on the same map.
Yeah,
and there's a few different aspects to it, which make it more like Dota than Heroes.
Okay,
Heroes is definitely more, I wouldn't say simplified, but more refined, I guess.
Yeah,
more focused on what it wants to do. Whereas League is this big, absorbing, life-destroying MOBA.
Excellent.
Where you have to learn every intricacy of the character and all this other nonsense.
Yeah.
I like League, it's cool, but I just can't see myself committing to 40-minute games all the time now.
Yeah, that's it.
When you can just play Heroes for 20 minutes.
15-20 minute game. Like, we played a game the other night that got up to about 25 minutes, and that was like unheard of.
Yeah, that's like a rare occurrence.
Yeah, so I mean, it was an awful game.
Was it fucking Dragonshire? Because it probably was Dragonshire.
Probably. It was the one with the ancients battling in the middle, the Eternal Battleground.
One.
Yeah.
Oh, that usually ends quite soon.
No, it went on for bloody forever. but whatevs. But yeah, Rock Band event. That was fun. We got to go and play Rock Band 4 at Extreme Gaming in Colchester. Which was really fucking cool. And if anyone is near Colchester, I would suggest you go to it because it's really cool.
Yeah, they've just moved into new premises.
Yeah.
And they've got it all decked out really cool.
Billions of Xboxes and PlayStations and Alienware PCs and all sorts of stuff. It was super hype. So we went there, played Rock Band 4. We got free beers, which was nice. Free beers is nice.
Thank you, 3 beers.
Yeah, Rock Band 4 is just more Rock Band, which is fine. That's what we wanted.
It was enjoyable. We were saying some of the song choices per band are a bit odd. I think that comes down to DLC mostly because they've already picked all the good songs.
Yeah, pretty much because they look at it's like they put there was what they call Black Keys were on there and they chose Fever and it was a bit like however many better songs are there than that.
Yeah.
And there was what was the one that we said was a really good band and a really weird song choice.
That's for lots of people. They had Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
And they chose My God Is the Sun.
Yeah, it's like, hold on. Like, literally.
But I'm pretty sure they've got, they've got the rest of the Queens of the Stone Age back catalogue on there already in DLC. Because 3s and 7s was on the last one.
It's true.
Go with the Flow and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I remember Go with the Flow was on one of the early ones because I remember having that.
And what else? Bring Me the Horizon Throne or Faint by Linkin Park.
Yeah, Linkin Park, the song.
They have Uptown Funk.
Oh yeah, they did have Uptown Funk on there, which was awesome. And we played Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold.
Yes.
Which was good. I know for a fact they've got Avenged Sevenfold on the back catalogue. They did an Avenged Sevenfold pack.
It was like Critical Acclaim and
Scream.
Yes.
Yeah, because I had that because Sevenfold for life.
Yeah, I had that pack as well.
So we blitzed through a few songs. It was pretty fun. And then we went and played Heroes for a bit on some nice Alienware PCs using like fancy Mad Catz keyboards and mice and
those
stuff.
Those bloody mice are like some kind of Transformer mice.
Yeah, they're so cool. It's like they're all like mechanical and kind of awesome looking.
Yeah. I did worry that like I would touch something and it would fall off of it.
Yeah,
because there's just like bits sticking out around.
Yeah, they look a bit fragile. They look like they're sort of made out of Meccano or something, but they're really cool. And then we went and played the Battlefront beta, which was definitely
a shooter,
a game in which one shoots people.
Set in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, the theming is fantastic.
They fucking nailed it. I think you were like, as soon as you hear that laser.
Yeah. Yeah, I loaded it in and I was on the Imperial side on the first map and I fired off I was working out the buttons, I fired off my laser and I was like, well, that's it. Theming wise, this game is a 10 out of 10 instantly because they have all the original sound effects and they have the John Williams score and they've got like all the wipe transitions and just everything is exactly what you want from a Star Wars game except the gameplay, which is just subpar Battlefield.
Just unremarkable, yeah.
Yeah, it was just a bit
because we had
boring.
The deathmatch map or the drop zone map where you have to move to things that have dropped out of the sky and capture them for your team, which just descends into team deathmatch basically. With shitty respawns included.
Yeah, you respawn on like a teammate, and so people respawn in like behind enemy lines, and you end up getting shot in the back when you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, you can't really find your bearings quick enough to then have a good run. You just kind of I killed someone, I'm dead. Yeah.
I got more kills with grenades than anything else. I couldn't hit anyone for shit. And people, it was the standard problem of all the people playing were... I was playing as a Star Wars fan, not as a first-person shooter fan. But all the other people were playing as first-person shooter fans. So I would, get in and then get killed by someone who was so far away that the draw distance hadn't loaded their character model. I'd just see a laser come out of somewhere off the horizon. And it's like, oh, you've been headshotted and killed. Fine, okay. So, but I didn't much care for the gameplay of it.
The bigger map is good.
Oh, yeah, the Walker.
There's potential Walker in there. Because it's fucking impossible to win if you're the rebels.
Yeah.
For a start. And it's the same sort of, spawn down, I'm dead.
Good.
But I got to play as Vader at one point, and that was pretty fun.
That did look pretty good. I got killed by a Vader when I was playing. It was pretty bad. He came up and murdered me. I threw a grenade at him. It did nothing. Right. I do like that video that's doing the rounds of the Luke Skywalker getting squished by the AT-AT. That's pretty good. That's ended up on Facebook trending now. That's like in the top 3 trending news. But yeah, I mean the AT-AT and everything looked pretty cool, but the problem was literally no way of winning with the rebels, because the rebels don't get, like, the Imperials get AT-AT walkers and AT-STs and all of, like, TIE fighters and shit, and the rebels get fuck all.
Yeah,
it's like,
maybe an X-wing if you're lucky.
X-wing if you're lucky, which someone will immediately suicide bomb into an AT-AT walker and it won't hurt it, and that's that. Yeah, I got suicide bombed by a TIE fighter, which I was displeased about.
But no, I've done a bit of dabbling with the vehicle stuff, the X-wings and that, and it is fun to do the dogfights and then like swoop down and fire some lasers as you kind of fly by and take some people out. It's got some really cool moments which can happen on there.
But it's the cinematic element of it is great, but then it's when it gets down to the actual
when you go around
nuts and
shooting
bolts
people,
gameplay,
you just kind of feel
it's a bit boring.
Man, this is kind of a
runs at a solid 60 FPS though, so you know
that's all that matters, isn't it?
That's all that matters. Otherwise, what's the point?
So yeah, after playing it a bit, I wasn't going to rush to buy it anyway, and I'm still not going to rush to buy it anyway.
No, I probably won't bother. I probably would have bothered if I was any good at it, but I'm so bad at first-person shooters that I'm not going to enjoy it based on the fact that I won't be able to play it. I'm just not good enough to play them.
There's the single-player / co-op survival modes, which I'm sure will be fun, but it's not going to be the big battles, is it?
No, the bulk of the game is going to be the online multiplayer.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. I'm just not good enough at first-person shooters. It's got to that point where FPSs have now a skill level of entry. If you're not good enough to hang with the big boys, you just can't play.
Yeah, and
I definitely don't hit that level because I'm really bad at FPSs. Like, I'm an RPG man, or other games,
other things.
Hitman, give me a stealth game. I'm really good at those.
It's been delayed to March now.
Some horse shit. Give me Hitman now. It's all right. Fallout's in a month.
Yeah. That's all
a month till Fallout, and then I've been replaying New Vegas again because I've gone like just high concept characters now. So this one, my high concept is that he's like a linebacker. So all of the I've given him like maximum strength and agility. And then all of his perks are things like when you charge into someone, you knock them, because I've got the sprint mod installed.
Right.
And it comes with a perk that if you sprint into someone, it does not knock down. So I'm basically just sacking people. And then I'm completely unarmed. So I've maxed out my unarmed. So it's just, I just sack people and then punch them, their head explodes.
Nice.
Pretty fun.
Nice.
I've named him Lynch as well.
Oh, nice.
Because, beast mode.
You can enter beast mode.
Yeah.
Speaking of punching people in the face, I started up Shadowrun again.
Yeah.
Shadowrun Returns. I'm
Great
playing
game.
Adept Punchy Mans.
Yeah.
And I really got into it quite heavily the other day. It's got into it for like 3 hours. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm sold on this now.
I really liked it. I love the theming. The theming of Shadowrun is one of my... It's just Blade Runner plus D&D equals Shadowrun. And it's like, well, alright.
Really cool.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the game. The first time I played it, I played as a Decker. And I didn't get on with the Decker side of things. Not because it wasn't fun, but because it was the first time I played it, and a Decker is definitely a expert level character. You have to kind of know what you're doing, because it basically adds an extra whole layer to the game you go into cyberspace and you solve all your problems on a separate like mini map.
Right.
And yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, so I kept just fucking everything up. So the second time I did a run through, I just went as like a enforcer and just went in fucking shotgun.
Oh yeah.
And just gave everyone the beatdowns. Played as I think I was an orc or one of them.
I'm an orc adept.
Yeah.
So I'm basically a monk.
That's nice. Oh, actually, no, I was a dwarf. I remember I was a dwarf because I was Derpidin. Because Derpidin has to turn up in all things. So yeah, no, it's all about Shadowrun. I know Mark's been looking at the card game for that. We should get it. We should play it.
Convince him.
We should play the RPG in all fairness, because it's basically D&D. It plays like a normal game of D&D, but with Blade Runner theming. So
okay, yeah,
that'll put that on the list.
Anyway, that was quite a segue.
That was a bit. Yeah, we went off the tracks there. Bloody Batman: The Killing Joke is getting a animated movie. It's going. They're fighting for it to be R-rated. So, which it kind of needs to be, because Killing Joke is pretty dark in places.
It's Alan Moore, isn't it?
It's Alan Moore.
Yeah.
And Alan Moore is inherently a pretty dark kind of guy. But I mean, the whole Barbara Gordon scene is super dark in the comic, right? And then of course the ending itself is, I mean, the ending itself kind of leaves itself open to interpretation, but having since, I mean, it came out in 80 or 90 something. It was early. It was old Batman, so it must have probably been late 80s, I'd have thought. And yeah, Alan Moore. No, not Alan Moore. Whoever, I think it might have even been Dave Gibbons who drew it. Said of it, like, oh, this is how I interpret how the ending went, and it's when it comes from the creator, you're sort of like, well, that's headcanon, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, it's all got some pretty dark scenes in it. So yeah, I think it needs to be R-rated if they're going to do it. But I'll watch it. Hopefully they'll get Conroy and Hamill.
That would be nice.
Batman and Joker, because you can never go wrong with those two.
No other way to do it, really.
That's it. Just put those two in a room and have them just be Batman and Joker forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see them do that, because it's the Babs scene is pretty rough.
See, I don't know what you're talking about with the Babs scene, because I've never read it.
You've never read the... No. I mean, you know the story of Killing Joke, but yeah, the Barbara Gordon scene, minor spoilers for a story that's about 25 years old. It's... So, Barbara Gordon's going about her business, having a great time, and Joker takes Jim Gordon and, like, strips him naked and ties him up and makes him watch, like, a live feed of him abusing Barbara, and then he shoots her in the spine and cripples her. It's pretty rough. as I don't know if it was a live feed. I know he had a camera with him, which is where that famous Joker with the camera picture came from. And yeah, I know there's a bit where he's got Jim Gordon like tied up naked and shows him all of this stuff of him just beating Barbara. Wow, it's pretty heavy. Yeah. And it's one of the very few Batman things that's remained canon ever since, because obviously Barbara Gordon has then been crippled in every Oracle. Yeah, she became Oracle after that. So, because she was Batgirl for a while, and then Joker turned up, shot her through the spine. So
that'll do you.
That'll do it. Yeah. So I'm intrigued in seeing it. It should be good. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be Conroy and Hamill, but that would be nice.
It would be, because
there was one they did where John DiMaggio played the Joker, fucking Bender. From Jake the Dog. It was a really Whacker. It was a really weird thing, but you kind of got into it after a while. He had this really like husky laugh. It was weird, but still, Sherlock.
Yes,
has got a new trailer. The oldie worldy
Victorian era Sherlock.
Yeah, this 19th century Sherlock. I'm not sold. I'll watch it. Yeah. I mean, I'm clearly going to watch it, but I'm not hype. Purely because in the trailer, Sherlock appears to be being a little more sort of Victorian gentleman. Yeah. And I kind of like in the series, like the main series, how Sherlock is a prick.
Well, he is. In the books, he's a prick.
Yeah. The whole point is he doesn't have to be nice to someone because he's smart. Yeah. Like, there's no niceties of stupid people. Whereas he's just smarter than everyone, so they're all beneath him. Yeah. Whereas he's a little more, like, polite and Victorian. Like, oh, yes, quite so. And shallow and pedantic. Whereas, yeah, I don't know. And I think I like the modern interpretation so much.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is weird for them to go back.
But it is just like a one-off Christmas special.
Yes, it is just a like
before they do the next series.
in like 2028 or something with bloody bring back Andrew Scott because Stephen Moffat's creatively bankrupt.
That's going to be weird.
Yeah.
How they resolve that.
Well, because they never resolved how he supposedly threw himself off the roof, did they?
I don't mind that, though. I think that's kind of
that's
funny.
Fair enough,
and, you know, poking the audience a bit.
Yeah. But then it's... The thing is, when you do it that once, and obviously it happened in the books, so it's like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, when you do it then, that's fine. But... Now you got to do it to Moriarty as well.
Who clearly shot himself in the face.
Clearly shot himself in the face. You then have that, like... You know, fool me once, like, Moffat.
Just like some kind of video recording.
Yeah, like a pre-made... his web. And he's preordained everything to kick off.
Yeah, like some kind of intellectual jigsaw.
Yeah, basically it's like everything's going to kick off even though he's dead.
Yeah.
And it'll lead Sherlock on a merry goose chase. A wild goose chase.
But if they just... and he's alive now, it would be a bit disingenuous.
Yeah, right, really? Okay.
Also, I liked... Wernstrom, whatever the fuck the guy's
Professor
name.
Wernstrom from Futurama.
Yeah. No, the bad guy of the last series. Who was Trolls Hartman in The Killing.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Is it Strum or Drum? I can't remember. Him.
Yeah.
He seemed a pretty cool video, and he just fucking died.
Yeah,
in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I remember everything about everyone," and you dead now. Okay. It was a bit...
The last series was definitely...
Magnuson. Charles Magnuson. Yeah.
It was a bit of a weak series, but we're still talking good TV. It wasn't necessarily bad. So what were the 3 episodes? I can't even remember.
There was...
It also revealed Mary as
Mary was
a secret agent woman.
Super secret. That's the thing. Season 3 was so forgettable.
Yeah.
After how good seasons 1 and 2 had been, it was like, there was the wedding episode.
Oh yeah, that was a really weird one.
The wedding one was just like lots of short stories.
I quite liked that because it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Although the main mystery of the pissed off soldier was a bit...
Yeah, that was kind of stupid.
The stuff that went around it was an interesting character building episode, if anything. Rather than there being a mystery.
Yeah, there was...
the first one was them discovering that Sherlock was alive again.
That was, the empty hearse. Yeah. Was where he came back. And he was like, surprised. It was the Guy Fawkes thing, wasn't it? Where Watson was in the fucking... the pyre.
Set him up alive.
Then there was Sign of 3, which was the wedding. Then it was his last vow, which was the one with old Magnuson. Which...
Yeah, I mean it was alright. It was no Study in Pink. Pink, rather.
It was...
Or any of season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1 was strong.
I mean, even season 2.
Season 2 was also good.
There was some really good...
Hound of Baskervilles, not a lot of people actually liked that. There was kind of a mixed reception on it, I thought. It was alright. Oh, it was pretty good.
I mean, I think the Scandal in Belgravia was the best one.
Oh, yeah.
Best episode with bloody...
Lara Pulver.
Yeah. Oh my god. So good. Irene Adler. But yeah, so that'll be a thing to watch. The other trailer that's caught my eye, fucking Coen Brothers have got a new film coming out.
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar. It looks so good. Looks so
really
good.
It looks so good.
Yeah. Bloody... everyone's in it.
Everyone's in it.
Josh Brolin.
George Clooney.
Tilda
Swinton.
Channing Tatum. Others. Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
Just every human being is in that film. It's going to be so good.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah, of course. And Jonah Hill's in it.
Yeah.
Which is good. With his little making... Like, Scarlett Johansson's gone to seduce him.
Full femme fatale mode.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. Because Coen Brothers... I mean, I had a look at their filmography to sort of have a look at when the last Coen Brothers film was. There was one they brought out in 2013 that I didn't even know about.
Inside Llewellyn Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one told me about this. What's going on? You know, I want to know about my Coen Brothers films.
That was Jason Isaacs? Oscar Isaacs.
Oscar Isaac, he's a top bloke.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it either, but yeah, that was more downbeat Coens, I think.
Yeah,
I prefer struggling musician.
Yeah, I prefer their sort of like silly ones, like bloody
the fiascos.
Yeah, like Burn After Reading is amazing. Turns out they also did the remake of The Lady Killers, which I didn't even realise. I quite liked that. A lot of people were like, it's not good. But I thought it was entertaining enough. It had Tom Hanks being hilarious.
Yeah.
And like Tom Hanks in general should be in all films if he's in that role. Because it was that sort of New Orleans southerner, just... There was a bit where he's shouting about waffles. It's amazing. Yeah, but... And obviously Big Lebowski is one of my all-time favourite films. So, there you go. But... yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I could always do some more Coen Brothers.
It looks really
it's
good.
Got a nice big cast on it, and it's like you say, it is like they've used the Fiasco rule book to just make a script, which is basically the point of the Fiasco.
The Fiasco
game.
Rule book used the Coens to
use the Coen Brothers to make a game, which is a super fun game. We should probably play at some point.
Yeah,
soon. Maybe do it on the show. That'd be fun.
Do a live play Fiasco.
Do a live Fiasco game, and it just play like a radio play, which is effectively what we could be doing. Excellent. But yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up for Podcast Party. We will have a new episode out on Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that. If you've enjoyed this or the main show, or even anything that goes on our channel, we've got wrestling shows as well, because wrestling. Just share it with a friend. It'd be really nice if you just tell a friend, because then that friend might like it. And then, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If they don't like it, it's fine, but they might like it. Yeah. So, so thanks very much for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye.